The Hawks on their way to the locker room earlier, hoping to send their fans home happy tonight. A view of the Atlanta skyline and all the action below it, as seen from the 17th Street Bridge. Welcome, everyone. Thanks for tuning in to 2K Sports for this NBA presentation. Alongside Chris Webber and Greg Anthony, I'm Kevin Harlan, the fourth member of our crew. From the sideline, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. DA, take it away.
Hey, Kevin, the Atlanta...
They're fun to watch, DA, thanks. Let's take a look at our starters for Portland. The high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Anthony out there with Trevor Ariza, and it's Whiteside in at the 5 down low. And for the Hawks, Reddish and Collins at the small forward and power forward. Young and Herter make up the back, and it's Capella in at the 5, roaming the paint. And it's the Hawks to start out. Pass to Young. It's good.
And a depth mid-range shooter as well. All Young needs is a little breathing room, and he set the fire.
And the second season for Trae Young, just unreal. Pulling off amazing performances at such a young age. Greg, just how good do you think he can be?
You know, Kevin, Young will be viewed as a top point guard in this league for a long time. When it's all said and done, might be one of the best point guards in league history. Certainly is on his way to being one of the best shooters to ever play.
Oh, he's never rattled at the strike. Always has that nice soft touch on his free throws.
And easy to admire Young's confidence. Knows he has the ability to drain it from way outside.
And Trae Young gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul. Cullen passes to Whiteside. Now here's McCollum. He's tightly guarded. And about a minute gone here in the first quarter. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Damian Lillard. That is his first foul of the game. So it's the Hawks now. It's a three-point game. Here's Herter. Outside Collins. 6 on the shot clock. Pass to Young. Solid play in the low block, and that one's good. Young's got 7 points.
You gotta like seeing this from Young, wanting to prove he's more than just a jump shooter.
Lillard finds Whiteside. Good. Great play by Lillard to set it up.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Yeah, very little resistance. I mean, you had to bring much faster help than that.
And last season for Capella wasn't that easy. Had his year cut short to injury, never got the chance to suit up with his new team in the Hawks.
And with Capella and the Hawks, both are excited for this season.
And on paper, Capella seems like a great fit. Can finish inside, pairs well with John Collins and Trae Young, and Capella could be the difference maker to get this team back in the playoffs.
And the foul on Carmelo Anthony. That is his first foul of the game. We're just about 2 minutes into the first quarter. Collins kicks to Reddish. And here is Capella. Here's Collins, and he banks in the layup.
Well, nice to see Capella find the open teammate as he continues to develop his ability to create for others.
Here's Lillard. No good that time. Good defensive work there by Young. Lobbed up there for Collins.
Yeah, nice silky finish on the alley-oop from the stupendous feed.
That sequence couldn't have been executed any better. First quarter of basketball, just over 2.5 minutes play. And it's slammed in by Whiteside.
Perfect pass to set up Whiteside. He just pops up and slams it in. Almost looks effortless.
Young against Lillard. Back to Young. From deep. Another three for Atlanta.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
And here's Whiteside. He'll bring it up for the Portland Trail Blazers. They trail by 6.
And last season, Lillard doing more playmaking than prior years. a career high in assists for him.
Well, we all know that Dame can score whenever he wants to, but this team is better when he's setting others up. Lillard knows that. I expect him to continue to spread the ball around.
Now, here is Young. He's got 10. Down low, and the dunk by Capella.
Oh, wow, I just love the commitment by Capella. Rolling to the rim hard, even just after setting that perfect screen.
Here's Herter. Another three for Atlanta.
And the story here, Kevin, early on is how well they shot the basketball.
Here's Lillard, and Damian Lillard with the jam.
The D has got to do a better job clogging up routes to the rim. Lillard is a terror when it comes to driving the shot.
8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Young is double. The pass to Capella, out to the right wing, and the wide open shot from Reddish, and Atlanta again with the bucket.
Just playing with poise and confidence, and they continue to put points on the board.
They're just playing smart basketball, reading the floor well and executing.
Lillard, and it's wide right. It's off the rim.
Oh, he did everything right there except hit the shot.
Trae Young, he's feeling it tonight and has been the driving force for Atlanta. He got into double digits. Well, before the game, we talked with Damian Lillard. He credits his upbringing.
I think it comes from being a...
And that's the kind of support, Greg, he gives his teammates on and off the floor.
And, you know, guys naturally trust him. They believe in him, and he typically comes through when they need him.
And so far, through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. And when you consider how Atlanta is doing, your thoughts?
Just a terrific first quarter, sparked really by their unselfishness.
Oh, yeah, love the ball movement so far. Everything clicking at the offensive end.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, as the second quarter gets going. And so in the game for the Hawks, Young and Herter make up the back. Reddish and Collins at the small forward and power forward. And it's Capella in at the 5. He has a chance now to catch up with the fourth member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Hey, thanks very much, Kevin. Clint Capella is a 7-footer in track shoes. He said, I always try to have that pace. Whenever I sprint, I have an impact on the offense. I try to focus on that and keep my energy up. Guys, guards love big men who run the floor as hard as Capella. Back to you.
He is indeed, David, very athletic. Thanks. So timeout called here, the first for Portland. No doubt, Greg, you are known being a gritty, in-your-face defender. And when you think of the most hard-nosed point guards in the NBA today, who comes to mind?
For me, I think Chris Paul. I go first because this guy, one, he's a phenomenal two-way player. He'll do whatever it takes to win, even if that means pushing the envelope a little bit. Pat Beverly is another guy, just a flat-out bulldog. Marcus Smart, I think, falls into that category. Again, it's not always about being the most talented, but if you bring an edge about you, that really permeates throughout your team. So those are some guys. Drew Holiday is another guy I'd throw into that mix as well.
Yeah, they all lock in. You're right. Count it, and the Atlanta lead has been cut down now to just 8 points with the basket from Nurkic.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them. And a bounce-back season for Whiteside. Got the minutes he wanted with Portland and showed he could still be an impact player.
Yeah, he showed he's still a monster when it comes to blocks and rebounds. This year will be the most telling with Whiteside. He got a new deal. I want to see if he keeps pushing himself or reverts.
Up high to stop the alley-oop.
Oh, I like the playmaking ability of Lillard. I mean, unpredictable in these pick-and-roll sets, and excellent at slicing the ball through the defense.
Young with the ball. Now guarded by Nurkic. That one goes in.
And those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten here in the first half.
Trailblazers trail by 8. Here's Lillard. Good work defensively by Capella.
Nothing less than that kind of defense will cut it against him. That's just great work inside.
Well, many question the selection of Reddish in the draft. Pundits thought he had red flags. But, Greg, he developed nicely over his first season in the league.
You know, Reddish caught up to the speed of the NBA. Found his shot and started to play with confidence. Sometimes it takes a little time for young guys to adjust.
And it's Lillard missing. The Hawks leading by 10.
I appreciate the aggression, but that's already his second foul. He's got to play it a little safer now.
The Hawks shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game. First free throw is good.
Pretty obvious Young believes in his ability. A fearless shooter who also does a good job at orchestrating the offense. And they're really getting more points at the free throw line here in the second quarter.
He was hoping to avoid a 3rd foul before the break. Now he might have to sit out until halftime.
And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Ariza. Atlanta's gone a very strong 4 for 5 from three-point land in the ball game. Young dishes to Reddish. And it's Hassan Whiteside with the rebound. Whiteside's got his 4th rebound in this one. And a wide open look for McCollum. And he buries that one, drilling the rim on the way down.
What a dead-eye McCollum is from that range. Such a tremendous feel for the mid-range jumper.
Young pass to Reddish. And Lillard is going to pick up the foul. That's his 3rd foul so far. Bonus situation in effect, so we'll head to the free throw line for 2.
And not the guy you want to send to the line. He has been automatic.
And the 2nd free throw, good.
Didn't have a free throw in the first quarter, but you can see he's starting to play with more energy now. He has a tougher attitude.
Young against Lillard. Takes a shot at the elbow. Here's Nurkic. Goes back up. Here's Whiteside. Ariza outside. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. It's going to be on Trae Young.
The outstanding quickness of Lillard. It keeps the D on their heels. He excels at drawing the foul on these drives.
And so he's able to get 1 of 2.
And this quarter, he has clearly been off the mark.
5 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. And Reddish with the slam.
Oh, inflicting some punishment with the 2-hand flush.
They're going for the throat. Now here's McCollum. Nobody near Nurkic. Portland again missing. And so it's Atlanta up by a dozen here at the... All right, David, thank you. We'll be back after time for the start of the 3rd quarter.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, folks, can't tell you. We saw Trae Young lighting it up in the first half. He ended up with 15 points. And that's going to do it.
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. It's been one outstanding game from Trae Young.
Man, how about the amount he's contributing in the scoring column through 2 quarters? He has been terrific.
This game has his fingerprints all over it. Now looking to replicate what he did in the first half.
Here's who Terry Stotts is starting the second half with. Pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Trevor Ariza out there with Whiteside, and it's Nurkic in its center. Young left side. The Hawks working the ball around. Pass to Collins. Feeds to Young. Shoots over Lillard. Again, the Hawks score.
Just his night, guys. We saw Young do this in college. Once he gets into a rhythm, he will just put it on you.
And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. Ray, can you really compare players from completely different eras? I mean, people love to talk about the greatest of all time.
You know, Kev, some players do transcend eras. There is no doubt about that. Wilt's a great example, and there are many others. But in reality, to your point, the style and the way in which the game was played was so different that it isn't fair. I mean, all you can be is the best of your generation or one of the best, and I think that should stand no matter what the conversation is.
Like, there's no doubt in your mind Oscar Robertson could play in this era as well as he played when he played.
No doubt. Bill Russell, all those guys,
yes,
are truly great ones. So much of your ability to perform at a high level is built around your confidence and your belief in your abilities. And those guys had it as much as anybody who's ever played the game.
Here's Lillard. That one misses. Good work defensively by Capella.
Well, you look at the career that Dame Lillard has had so far. Taken 6th in the 2012 draft out of Weber State, a small school, but this guy became a franchise player immediately for the Blazers.
Lillard, the pass to Whiteside. Kicks it out to McCollum. There's the triple. He can't get that one.
It's still early, but a 1-for-4 start to the half, that's a bad sign if you ask me. They've got a can't-miss play. Now's the time to break the glass and pull it out.
Lillard attacking. Makes it off the glass. Lillard's got 9 points.
What more can you say about Lillard's gritty demeanor on the court? I guess contact doesn't bother him.
And thinking of Lillard, the numbers over his career are incredible.
And Lillard found his strength as a shooter, and boy, did he exploit it. He's been averaging 20 points per game almost his entire career, and he's kept adding to his game as one of the elite players in our league.
He's so aggressive at that end of the floor, and that's a quality all great scorers have.
Over to the wing. Here's Herter. The Hawks again can't hit. And it's Ariza with the ball for the Portland Trail Blazers. 11-point game. Whiteside dishes to Lillard. High post, Nurkic. McCollum outside. Lets the 3 fly. Rebounded by Capella. Capella's got his 8th rebound here tonight. Pass to Reddish. In the corner. Herter with it. Drills the 3-pointer. Herter's got 2 now from beyond the arc in the 3rd for the Hawks. Lillard against Young. Floats it up there for Nurkic. Ariza finds Nurkic. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. 6 points for him.
They are just killing him on the interior.
Passes it to Herter, and out of bounds as the Trailblazers gain possession.
And that's just carelessness there. I mean, you have got to have your head in the game.
Trailblazers trail by 12. Here's Lillard, and it's good off the back of the rim and in. Lillard's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Superb form. Lillard has the mid-range shot on lockdown.
Young passes to Collins. Right wing. Here's Herter. No good on the triple. And so it's the Atlanta Hawks going into the break with a 10-point lead. Their lead is where it is. Now let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
And he sliced the D wide open with his feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
No, it's quick decision making. You see a guy open, you can't hesitate. That's an outstanding play right there.
The 4th quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. On the wings, Herter and Reddish. Collins is out there with Clint Capella. And it's Young in at the point guard position. So that's the lineup for Atlanta. Nurkic dishes to Lillard. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call. The Hawks leading by 10. Here's Reddish. And as it goes out of bounds, Atlanta able to keep the ball here. Here's Herter. Lock at 6. Here's Reddish.
Tells you a little something about their team. They've been able to pull in front despite his troubles tonight.
And here's McCollum for 3. Atlanta with the rebound. At one point, they led by 16. The pass to Collins. Hunter's checked in for the Hawks. About a minute played here in the 4th quarter. And a deep 3 from Young. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Young. Trailblazers trail by 10. Lillard scanning the floor. Whiteside finds Ariza. Lillard outside. In the corner, it's Whiteside. Shot clock at 5. Here's McCollum. Offensive rebound. Kicks it out to Lillard. And Trae Young gets the whistle that time. That's his 5th foul. Just about 1.5 minutes gone by here in the 4th. Oh, Whiteside in position. And a miss there with a chance to cut the lead to single digits. In the corner, it's Hunter. No good from outside. Trailblazers trail by 10. Lillard with it, and Young picks him up defensively. And Lillard gets it to go.
And finally, someone scores.
Yeah, this is low output for both teams. This is ugly. The defense is having their way so far.
And Young kicks to Collins. Pass to Herter. Wide open. Scored the bucket. He's made 5 so far, shooting a very clean 5 of 7. Not a lot of time left for the Trailblazers in this one. A great 4th quarter, just giving up 2 points. Whiteside, and that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Powerful physical profile. Whiteside gives his team a reliable interior scoring option.
And both free throws good from Whiteside. We're in the 4th quarter here, just under 2.5 minutes gone. Young passes to Hunter. Now Collins. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
And when Collins goes up, the interior defense runs out of options. He forces them to get sloppy.
There's 1:26 left in the 4th quarter. Here's Lillard. The bucket is good. He'll have a chance for one more. Young, and so he's picked up his final foul. And he will sit for the rest of this game. The Hawks making a switch here. Teague's checked in.
Hard to believe Lillard missed out on a couple of all-star selections. I mean, the seasons where he averaged over 25 points a game.
Out left to the wing. Nice ball movement here by Atlanta. The Hawks again can't hit. Trailblazers trail by 7. There's the call on Kevin Herter. So that will be his 2nd foul of the game. We're in the bonus. We'll go to the line to shoot 2. Good on the first, and that trims the lead to 6.
Well, consistency is what comes to mind when I think of McCollum. I mean, especially offensively, where he scores in bunches.
Here's Collins. It's not going to go for him. The Trailblazers have gone just 33% from the field in the 4th quarter so far. They are 2 of 6. Lillard finds Whiteside. A 3 from McCollum. A shot, no good. So the Hawks will take it the other way. And he goes in for the dunk.
Relentless in their approach, even with the game firmly in hand.
This is no let-up. You know, this is the kind of hard-nosed competitiveness that wins games.
And not sure they've got enough time to save themselves.
Yeah, it's quite unlikely, but we've seen crazy things happen.
Teague with a clean look. A 3-pointer off the mark. And it would take divine intervention for them now to get back in it.
Yeah, I'd have to say, guys, I don't think the man upstairs is really focused on comeback.
Oh, man, and that shot defies the word clutch. I mean, Ariza coming through yet again.
And so they choose to intentionally foul. First free throw is good, and that increases their lead to 6. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 7-point game.
Jumping on the chance to up their lead at the line.
And Lillard kicks to Nurkic. From deep 3-point range. Blindside dishes to Nurkic. Kicks it out to Ariza. No good there. And And so it's Atlanta with the W. It was up for grabs right into the final seconds.
Yeah, and for me, Kevin, what stood out is just the overall trust this group has in what.
All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that about wraps it up. For David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, and Chris Webber, this is Kevin.
Gotta get it, told the coach she gave me minutes. Don't complain, oh, I be living. They don't like, oh, I be winning, yeah. Yeah, I flip it, do my dance, and gotta get it pretty. Cause I'm a Christian, he the Rizzy, yeah, he did it, yeah.
And a dream, all I need to compete, my darling. Broke, stand to the left. Now I gotta know the best to deposit. I feel the real, know the rest. All I get is dream, all I need to compete, my darling. Broke, stand to the left. Now I gotta know the best to deposit. I feel the real, know the rest. Yeah, they know the rest. Don't have respect. The words stuck together go forever mesh. About to tear the club up. Out of this world, big pop, top charts like Scott. By your hopscotch on them. Know a couple really got up in top notch. Me a hip hop, Brian taught me. I will send you the Mercury, planet all Freddy. Your energy irking me, delivery petty, ad lib heavy. Break it down, I been deadly.
And a look behind the curtain here. Final preparations.
Hey, Kevin, thank you.
Thank you, D.A. Now the opening lineup for the Oklahoma City Thunder. Gallinari and Adams, the combo out front. Chris Paul is out there with Gilgeous-Alexander. And it's Dort in at the small forward. And for the Clippers, Kawhi Leonard is out there with Morris. Then it's Ivica Zubac. Then it's Patrick Beverley. And it's George in at the 2. And there's the call on Patrick Beverley. That's his first foul. Greg, we've got two terrific highlight-making teams, both athletic in so many ways.
You know, it makes me hearken all the way back to college, and one of my teammates, Stacey Ogden, one of the greatest athletes I ever played alongside. Well, we're going to see a lot. lot of his impact in tonight's game.
You know, the pick and roll play is his forte. Chris Paul knows exactly what he's doing.
I tell you, he's playing the game with pure excitement right now.
He capped off that dunk with some serious hang time on the rim. Ball against Beverly. Pass to Leonard. Just 5 on the clock. And Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
That time he kept it himself. Leonard playing a chess game on the pick and roll. In OKC, Paul George showed he could be an MVP caliber performer. With Kawhi on the Clippers, he could be that 1B or that 1A.
And the rejection by Zubats. Paul against Beverly. There's the 3. Paul's shot is off. And so Beverly will bring it up for the Clippers.
And PG, you know, he has the versatility to succeed in different roles. Doesn't have to dominate the ball.
Yes, and if anything, he's more comfortable scoring within the flow of the offense. With his all-around impact, doesn't need to force things to make winning plays. But if you need him to, he can.
George with the ball. He's picked up by Gilgeous-Alexander.
We know Beverly's ability as a defender, but don't underestimate his ability as a distributor. He has good vision.
Now here's Paul. And it's sent back by George. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by George. A minute 42 left to play in the first. And he comes up with the deuce.
And he is really in a zone right now, playing and scoring with confidence.
Gilgeous-Alexander against George. Lost contact on the shot, and now a three-point play chance as he'll head to the line. That'll put Paul George on the line. That one on Gilgeous-Alexander.
The homecoming for Paul George, playing in L.A. with the Clippers. They gave up a king's ransom to OKC. 5 first-round picks and Danilo Gallinari and Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
And here in the first, approaching 3 minutes played. Ball against Beverly, and he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
And guys, the Clippers were willing to give almost anything for PG because they basically got Kawhi Leonard in the deal as well.
And let's remember, GA, he could have been a Laker. They would have had to trade away the 2nd pick in the 2017 draft, that or Brandon Ingram. Their loss became the Clippers' game.
And that's a lesson for the D. Fight harder on the glass.
Reason why, lack of focus, lack of communication, which led to second chance points.
Clippers leading by 3. Leonard the pass to George. The baseline J off the mark.
The defense was begging him to take that shot, and he took the bait, but you can't blame him.
Stolen by Beverly. And now running up the court. Leonard pushing it up. Now 8 seconds separating the 2 clocks. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Lays it up and in off the pretty assist.
You just love how reliable he is. Night in and night out, his offense is there.
George, that's a 2-pointer. That's going to be out of bounds. Los Angeles will retain possession. Now here's Leonard. Outside, George. 6 to shoot. Leonard attacking. Persistence pays off as they finally hit a shot. Leonard's got his 2nd basket of the game. And Paul puts up a deep 3. So at the end, 1 quarter of play. Still a close game. The Clippers on top. They lead by 3. We'll be back shortly live from Staples Center in downtown Los Angeles. Recently, we spoke with Patrick Beverly about his throwback style.
Old school basketball, you know, and it's fun.
Well, pound for pound, Greg, Beverly may be the most physical player in the league.
And he also gets in your head. It's a combination that allows him to get stops against guys as big as Kevin Durant.
And it's been a pretty even game here after 1 quarter of play. And guys, what's your take on the Clippers so far?
Way to set the table. Offensively, they dominated on the interior.
They came in looking to attack from the get-go, willing to be physical and setting the tone.
We've got Kawhi Leonard. Morris is out there with Ivica Zubac. Then it's Paul George, and it's Beverly in at point. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Clippers.
And, you know, we talk a lot about Paul as a leader on and off the court. Was elected president of the Players Association back in 2013, re-elected for a 4-year term in 2017. People simply trust his point of view.
All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, thanks very much. Well, Steven Adams could be the league's most physical presence. All-star Jimmy Butler said that he is just so strong. Butler says he hit me with a screen, and I thought my life was over. Adams said his strength doesn't help with flopping. The refs are like, get up. Guys, he has a sense of humor about it, and maybe that's a counterbalance to his great physical gifts.
You're right, D.A. He is strong. Thanks for that report.
He's an NBA champion and Finals MVP in 2014. Kawhi continues to impact the game at the highest level.
Well, we know for Chris Paul, Greg, it's nothing new to lead, but on Oklahoma City last year, he had to do it without being surrounded by superstars.
You know, that's okay. Paul's a guy who wants to set the table. You have to have the ball to do that, and he's at his best when directing traffic and making his teammates better.
Decent look from mid-range, but there may have been a better option for them in that set.
Down goes basket number 6 for him this game. He's taken 12 shots and made half of them.
And the thing about Paul, despite his listed size, he's comfortable operating inside.
And there it is for him. Leonard's got 4 this quarter.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
Here's Paul again, Oklahoma City.
When CP3 pulls up off the dribble, he's a high percentage shooter. He really looks in rhythm.
Here's Beverly, and he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a 3-point play chance here for him.
That's good planning, and that's good execution, and that's a great look.
The Clippers shooting their 4th attempt at the free throw line right here.
And last season, as a team, they knocked down 79% of their free throws, so those are numbers you'll be happy with.
Despite his slim frame, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is showing enough strength to take the hit and complete the play.
Leonard inside. Knocked away. Gallinari with the steal. Tries it from 9. And it's the Clippers with the rebound. Here's Leonard. And Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
We'll see if they can finally hold on to a lead. It's been back and forth all night.
Both teams putting forth their best efforts right now. This is the kind of game fans pay to see.
Here's Paul, and the layup's good off the glass. Paul's got it all tied up now for Oklahoma City.
And they've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball in the paint.
Zubac, that's good.
Trying to attack the heart of that defense with great teamwork.
Well, Thunder have gone 6 of 9 in the second quarter. Some good work from the field. All up top, defended by Beverly. Paul looking around. Paul is doubled. And it's Gilgeous-Alexander in the corner. He can't get that one to fall. George with the defensive effort. Here's Leonard, and it's blocked, and he gets it back. Oh, Morris in position.
It's amazing everything Leonard gives you, including the eyes to find the open man.
Gilgeous-Alexander kicks to Paul. Over Beverly, and it's Paul missing.
You expect him to make that, especially from that distance.
And finished off by Leonard.
And boy, Kawhi is the perfect target. The big reach to get to the pass and the great hands on the catch.
And ball goes up and Adams comes down. The anticipation skills, knows where to be to finish that play.
And that'll do it for the first half. Thanks so much, Dave, for the great interview. Don't go away, folks. We'll be back for the second half.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, folks. Kawhi Leonard is having one of those nights. He ended up with 24 points, 10 rebounds, and 2 assists. And that's all for now. Say goodbye.
Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game that's been so far. It's been a clinic by Chris Paul.
Well, we'll find out if they were able to find an answer for him over the break. He was scoring with ease in that first half.
I think both sides probably adjusted a few things. The key for him is to bring the same level of energy over these last 2 quarters.
Well, we've got a moment. Let's set the floor. Brought to you by Gatorade. All fueled up for the second half. Taking a look at the Thunder. Gallinari and Adams, the combo out front. Gilgeous-Alexander out there with Paul. And it's Dort in at the small forward position. Inside, stolen by George. And there's the whistle, called a clear path foul there. Yep, and he'll shoot 2 at the line. The Clippers shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game. I'm sure you've got a list, Greg, of players you've visited with over the years who you really enjoy spending some time with and talking to.
I mean, there's so many, Kevin. A couple guys, and there is a little bias as a point guard, but Damian Lillard and Steph Curry and Chris Paul, 3 guys that, you know, I enjoy sitting down and talking shop with. Giannis, you know, witnessing his journey to greatness. All the while, he remains humble and really appreciates his position. So several of these guys, I'm also not just an analyst, partner, but a fan and a big fan of theirs.
You are a fan indeed. And he gets it to go as they call the foul. He's on his way to the line for one more.
Chris Paul did a nice job of using angles on that play. Got himself to the free throw line.
Oklahoma City shooting their 3rd free throw attempt of the game.
And as a team, excellent. A season ago, about 80% when they got to the line.
A little over a minute gone here in the second half. And that one hits back iron.
And hard work on the glass. Once again, guys, they put a lot of effort and focus on the backboard.
Beautiful executed play. Kawhi Leonard makes the right read, wheeling and dealing.
And Smitty, with LeBron getting into his late 30s, KD coming off the Achilles, for your money, is Kawhi Leonard the best player in the world?
Great question. I know one player, the Greek Freak, might have something to say about that. No less than Michael Jordan himself called Kawhi the best 2-way player in the game. That's a very strong endorsement from MJ.
Ball outside. Floats one, and there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. And it's Leonard with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. Since the second half started, they've only given up 3 points.
Adams puts every ounce of energy into his defense. He's not out there to contest shots. He's out there to reject it.
Paul, that shot missing, and it's the Clippers taking it the other way. Here's Leonard, and Adams sends it back.
He's kind of lost his way this period, having a hard time getting anything to go down.
And this is Gilgeous-Alexander's responsibility to find his guys when they're open.
Gallinari against George. Over Gallinari. They get it again. Zubac, that's good. Zubac has got 8 points.
Relentless on the offensive glass, and then you love the finish.
Paul hits the jumper in space.
What you like about Chris tonight, he's taking on the persona of a #1 scorer.
George dishes to Morris. Zubac trying to break loose. Morris, no good. Thunder trailing by 7 over Beverly. And he gets the friendly spin, and that one drops. And now it's 27 points for Chris Paul.
And that's the one thing about Chris Paul. Once he gets out into transition, very difficult to stop.
And that one's good. Leonard.
I'm sorry, that's poor defense down low again. It's been a mismatch thus far in the paint.
The 11-footer. Paul can't get it to go. Los Angeles leading by 7. Dort passes to Paul. Finished off the break. Paul's got 11 in the second half.
Great quarter for him at the offensive end, trying to will his team back in the game.
Here's Leonard. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. Steven Adams picks one up.
Comfortable inside, plus the 7'3" wingspan. Hard to stop Kawhi without fouling.
Leonard hits them both.
I'll tell you, he doesn't give points away. Excellent job from the line.
And there's the call on Patrick Beverly. That's his 5th foul. That's a 2 from Paul. And the last second attempt does not go in for him.
Beautiful contest there. One of the most tenacious defenders in the game, Patrick Beverly.
And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, and I like the fact we get to see this pass one more time. A magnificent feed, and you love to see your off guard taking over the playmaking duties with this much skill.
Very unselfish. If you appreciate teamwork, this is the kind of play that will get you up out of your seat.
And this is it. Glad to have you along for this 4th and final quarter. Ivica Zubac is out there with Morris. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. Then it's Patrick Beverly. And it's George in at the 2-guard. That's who's out there for the Clippers. Here's Paul. He drains the quick shot. Paul's got 31.
It's amazing. No one can check him right now, but there's still work to do to cut into this lead.
And he gets it to go. And the Clippers lead by 9.
Excellent concentration from Paul George, overwhelming the aggressive defense with his strength and determination.
Free throw drops for Paul. So he hits 1 of 2 from the stripe. Clippers leading by 8. Here's George.
Letting it all hang out. When George takes flight, just enjoy the show.
A shot by Paul. Nobody around. Buries it from 3-point range. Paul's got 6 in the quarter.
And coming down the stretch here, both teams still on fire.
Yes, and if you love offense, you're loving this matchup. It's been a highlight reel affair.
Paul against Beverly. 14 feet away. Yep, it goes. And the Clipper lead is cut back down to 7 after the points coming from Paul. Clippers have gone a perfect 4 of 4 to start the final quarter. Can't ask for anything more than that. And George with the stuff.
I mean, he is explosive with his leaping ability. Paul George is well versed in finishing above the rim.
Paul outside. And the rejection by Zubac. And he recovers it. Paul can't get it to go. And so it's Leonard with it. He'll bring it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. And that one drops. Leonard's got the lead up to 11 now for Los Angeles. We know how important the draft is, Greg. It can shape an organization. Talk about some of the best draft day deals of the last couple decades. There have been a lot of them.
Oh, there have been a few. I mean, just coming to mind here recently. How about when Kawhi was traded to the Spurs? That was a huge get. Go back to how about Kobe going to the Lakers? McHale and Parrish coming to the Celtics. I mean, we've seen that happen quite a bit, and I tell you what, boy, it can really transform a franchise's future.
Paul outside. And there's the pass to Dort. Paul against Beverly. 5 on the clock. Shot to stop the run. Here's Gallinari. Outside for Gilgeous-Alexander. Call fires from way outside. And a great assist by Gilgeous-Alexander as that one goes in. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 3 assists in the game.
And these are the types of games where one team clearly has the edge. Tonight, it will be a win by a large margin for Los Angeles.
Great, generous ball movement tonight. A thing of beauty.
Yeah, a remarkable team effort. They got everyone involved.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and looking at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for Leonard.
He played with a lot of fire, a lot of heart, especially on the glass. He's one of those guys who acts like every rebound is his, and many of them were tonight. He is a scoring machine right now, but he needs more support from his teammates if they want to win this one.
Here's George. Zubac kicks to George. It's George on the wing. And 3 chances on that possession, but they just couldn't find a way to score. That's a 2 from Paul. It's hauled in by George.
Shooting for Los Angeles, Paul George. 2 shots.
And he can't get the first one.
The all-around game Paul George possesses is so special. His versatility is what makes him so valuable.
Paul against Beverly. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. And that one falls for Paul.
And it's interesting looking back at past drafts. Chris Paul taken 4th overall, but will be the clear #1 in a do-over.
Here's George, and it's George finishing it off.
And you know they feel good giving their fans a show here while taking care of business.
They're going to win by a nice margin. The effort was there all night.
So the Clippers winning this one easily. Some good moments. David, thank you as always. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Greg Anthony, David Aldridge, Steve Smith, and the rest of our tour.
Gotta ran it up like you faint on the track. This scream. Venus, I might tell a color water on water, Katrina right there like it's tennis. No cap, 20,000 on the visa. I just pulled up with a diva, she bougie as. They be leeching, they say that it's cheaper to keep her, it's cheaper to leave her. Italian linen, I'm clean as a priest. I need no features, no cap when I'm preaching these facts and your speaks. No chicken bun on the back of my sneakers. This on my own, just like Ace from the clean street. I still got Ace from the teacher. Stepped out on the floor, I hate from the bleach. Right now, alarm, it was too many sleep. Right now, alarm, it was too many sleep. Right now, alarm, it was too many sleep. Ha, ha. Right now, alarm, it was too many sleep.
Life sucks and I never tried. Mine's lost even more than I realize. Time's up, keep it moving when she arrives. If you ever heard what I heard in my mind, never try, you would cry, that's a lie, you would. I don't wanna ever come down from I am in the best seat. From time and the next breed, if you come at me directly. Don't need no one to defend me. Souls in a place even I can't get to, don't mess with it. Moon waves in open seas, quick coasting overseas. Bun knows who don't believe, they will never wanna admit I'm the best here. From the mere fact that I've got ovaries, it's a woman's world, so to speak. Never giving credit where it's due, cause you don't lack power, venom. My, if you ever heard what I heard in the night, what a fright, must have been a parasite in my past life. I don't wanna ever come.
At the center position, standing 6'11".
Hello, Hello, basketball fans. You've got it on 2K Sports as we get set to bring you an exciting NBA basketball game. This is Kevin Hart, and as things get ready to roll, let's catch up.
Well, Kevin and...
Thanks, David. Now, the starting group for the Milwaukee Bucks. Matthews and Middleton, the two wings. Giannis is the 4 with Lopez the 5. And it's Bledsoe in at the 1. And for Brooklyn, Durant plays the 4 with Allen at center. Then there's Karis LeVert. Then there's Irving. And it's Dinwiddie in at the 2. Lopez passes to Bledsoe. Deep benches tonight, Greg, on both sides. This seems to be a growing trend.
You know, teams are digging deeper than ever before, even getting into the two-way contracts that give you depth past your top 15 guys. One, you're trying to protect the investment in your big-ticket items, your franchise-caliber players, but you got to keep an eye on the future in terms of player development. That's another area where the league has really changed when you look at the makeup of these rosters.
Well said. Matthews against Dinwiddie. And Matthews kicks to Bledsoe. Pass to Antetokounmpo. Just 5 to shoot. And a great assist by Bledsoe as that one goes in.
Eric Bledsoe's court vision is probably underrated. What a pretty pass.
The shot's good from Irving.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
I think defensively, that is not the way you want to start. Giving up high percentage looks, that doesn't typically end well.
Middleton finds Lopez.
Well, this is the kind of pass that gets everyone excited. It's also how you build great team chemistry.
And here are the Nets. And GA Chris Middleton over his career much improved on the defensive end.
A true two-way player. I tell you, that 6'11" wingspan helps. Able to use that length to bother shots and disrupt passes.
And the shot is long. The Bucks have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Middleton the pass to Matthews. Oh, that's blocked. Here's the break. LeVert with a wide open look. Connects from three-point range.
Boy, with the confidence level you can see in Karis LeVert to catch and shoot. It hits his fingertips and he's ready to roll.
Lopez kicks to Bledsoe. And to the Antetokounmpo inside. KD's on him. Down it goes. Nice one there from Antetokounmpo.
And I like to see this. They're calling his number early, and he's delivering.
They know that if this guy goes off, their chances of winning rise exponentially.
And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. That's on Brook Lopez.
And Doris, last season for Kyrie Irving, really one of waiting. No Durant on the year to play off of, and then Kyrie's season with the Nets was cut short due to injury.
Well, second surgery for Irving in the last 3 years. You obviously hope he and KD can stay healthy and try to revitalize this Nets organization. Irving is so excited about being on the court. The NBA misses him when he's not playing. Let's hope he stays healthy.
He feeds it to Lopez. And that basket's going to count, folks. Gets the goaltending call right there.
Man, that's a tough call for the refs to make there. I'm not sure it was on the way down, but that's how they saw it.
Irving passes to KD. Allen trying to break free. And Durant gets it to go. The assist by Irving.
Well, how about Kevin Durant on the dribble drive? What to do with this guy? He's got so many ways he can hurt you.
Stolen by Allen. They push it up 4 on 3. KD passes to Allen. Kicks it out to Dinwiddie. Outside Irving. Another one falls for Brooklyn.
Well, the ability to score at all 3 levels makes Kyrie Irving a near impossible check. Good luck, fellas.
Matthews passes to Giannis. And the layup is good. And it's 9 points for Giannis.
Yeah, another nice bucket down low. They've really been able to work the ball into the post effectively here so far.
He gets it up. No good that time. Giannis Antetokounmpo, he's feeling it tonight and has been the driving force for the Milwaukee Bucks. He finishes with 9 points in the quarter. The D is having all sorts of problems with him. And we'll be back with you shortly. And recently, on the subject of trash talking, Giannis Antetokounmpo.
I like to stay locked in to the game and focus.
Greg, as you always say, different guys intimidate in different ways.
And when you have his level of length, athleticism, and skill, you don't need to say a word.
And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even so far in the scoreboard. When you consider how the Bucks are doing, what do you guys think?
Just a terrific first quarter, sparked really by their unselfishness.
I'll tell you, that willingness to make the extra pass, that is what creates good looks. It also forces the defense to scramble.
And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor, all fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. And Brooklyn, looking who they've got. Durant plays the 4 with Allen at center. Then it's Kyrie Irving. Then there's Karis LeVert. And it's Dinwiddie in at the shooting guard position. Wound up there for Allen. And then Allen slams it in.
Well, Kyrie Irving, if you're open, he will find you. This guy is a scorer, but he understands others have got to come along with him.
And the shot is good. Bledsoe's got his first basket.
Well, exposing a weakness in the defense, that's just way too easy, guys.
And Doris, make no mistake about it. Spencer Dinwiddie is looking to score. An instant offense type of play.
And Spencer Dinwiddie knows what his role is, and he plays it perfectly. He can go a little hot and cold for stretches, but he doesn't let it affect him. Dinwiddie's always going to provide that offensive punch that's so critical for you.
Giannis passes to Lopez. And no good that time. And Brooklyn will come the other way. Okay, well, let's go down to David Aldridge for a report from the sideline.
Hey, Kevin. Well, if you just look for a few minutes at Giannis Antetokounmpo on the court, you know why he's called the Greek Freak. But it's the drive that makes him an MVP. He said people try to make it complicated. Life is simple. You know what you want, go get it. Do what it takes every day and don't lie to yourself. Guys, I hope you understand I'm being truthful in all of these reports. Back to you.
Love the intensity. David, thank you. They get the rebound. Matthews, no good.
You will have to finish harder than that if you want to convert in traffic.
Durant. Some solid defense from Antetokounmpo.
Boy, in that close, he's almost automatic. Boy, that's pretty good defense. Wow.
And guys, that's a sight we've become far too accustomed to see. Antetokounmpo throwing it down like it was just another day at the office.
Irving against Bledsoe. Outside Durant. Shot clock at 6. Shoots over Matthews. He clangs that one off the back iron, and down it falls.
There's no quitting this guy. He just gives you great effort, and he continues to give you great production.
And it's Bledsoe off the drive.
This guy, one of the most explosive drivers in the game. Eric Bledsoe leaving nothing to chance.
And so it's Irving with it, bringing it up for Brooklyn. It's a 3-point game. Good work there as it goes. Irving's got 7 points here in this quarter.
And really, it's been a major aspect of their offense in the early stages here. Their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range.
Irving against Bledsoe. Back to Antetokounmpo, and Antetokounmpo slams it in.
And he's an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
He is, and he picks the simple one-hand stuff to get the 2 points. Irving against Bledsoe. The baseline J. Pulled the shot a little left, but the bounce goes his way. Irving's got the lead up to 5 now for the Nets. And it's Bledsoe off the drive. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Bledsoe's got 6.
That's the 10th straight point they've given up in the paint.
Irving dishes to KD. Back to Irving. Allen right side. Dinwiddie outside. The feed to Allen. Gets it off. And that's it for the first half of action. What's been a very close game here. Brooklyn ahead, up by 3. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing.
Thanks a lot, Kyrie. What were you all focusing on?
Thanks so much, David, and we'll step away briefly, but get you right back out here for the start of the third quarter.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey again, everybody. I'm Ernie Johnson. Shaq is here. Kenny's here. You're watching the NBA Halftime Show on 2K Sports. What a game it's been for Kyrie Irving. He ended up with 39 points, 7 assists, and 10 rebounds. He was on the fringes in their last game. Tonight, he's been the centerpiece. And from what we saw so far from the Nets, Kenny, what's your takeaway?
And their fans know how to give their team a lift, that's for sure. The atmosphere in this building has been amazing, but the fans still have some work to do. They've got to keep the noise up, keep the energy up, and carry their guys to the win.
And Shaq, what do you think about Milwaukee?
It's the work they've done in the paint that's impressed me the most. A lot of their points have come from the inside. They need to keep that production in the post coming in the second half.
And that's going to do it for us here. The second half of action is coming your way.
Understand I'm going beast mode. Try your chance on the plane with my type in, flying JFK to Heathrow. Any healing from the East Coast, yeah.
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. You look at Kyrie Irving in this game, he has been everywhere.
And you know he's going to put up points every time out, but boy, he made it look so easy in that first half.
And let's see if he continues that trend the rest of the way. He certainly has the talent and the endurance to do just that.
Setting the floor for the Bucks. Giannis is the 4 with Lopez as the 5. Matthews and Middleton, the 2 wing. And it's Bledsoe in at the point. Can't connect from 13 feet out.
More good work on the glass there. When it's all said and done, I think rebounding might tell the story in this game.
You know, you grew up with aspirations of someday getting into politics. Any current players who you could see maybe taking that same route?
No doubt. There's several guys in today's game. You know, Harrison Barnes has the polish, and I know he's had some thoughts maybe going in that direction. Teammates nicknamed Malcolm Brogdon the president for his stately demeanor and commitment to affecting change. I absolutely see him trying to have an impact socially moving forward. There's several guys, again, who not only have the voice, but the courage to speak out about things that matter most to them.
Many sharp guys in the NBA. KD looking around. On the wing, Irving. Dinwiddie passes to Irving, and it's sent back by Lopez.
Oh, the long arms of Brook Lopez effortlessly sends that back.
Bledsoe kicks to Lopez. Gets some rim on the way in, and the bucket's good. Lopez has got 8. This game has a lot of character here in the third period. 6 changes of the lead here.
Intensity is the theme for this one.
Irving dishes to Allen. Back to Irving. It's Solomon to Kumbo, and it's the Bucks on the break. Matthews, no good. Irving against Lopez. Back to Irving. Nets passing it around. Dinwiddie, left side. Bucks have gone 3 of 6 in the third quarter. 50% from the field. To the middle, and stolen by Irving. Lopez with the steal. To the paint. Here's Matthews. Sweet move. Second chance shot. And it goes down 2 points. Matthews has got his first points of the game.
And I need to see some more assertiveness out of these defenders.
Outside Irving. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Boy, that's Kyrie right there. He draws so much defensive attention. Guys want to be physical with him, but this guy able to take contact so well for his size. You want to contest this guy's shot, but you absolutely don't want to send him to the line. He will make you pay.
And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, thanks. Since the Nets acquired Kyrie Irving and Kevin Durant, the franchise has gone from being an up-and-comer to a potential powerhouse in the East. That's necessitated changes on the bench and on the court. The Nets have added some new veterans. The time is now for Brooklyn to stand up and make its move in the East. Kevin, back to you.
Well, we'll see how they do. David, thank you. Bangs home the trifecta.
Well, after netting one in the first half, that's the second deep ball to go down for this guy.
Bledsoe passes to Middleton. Shoots over KD. And it's another Milwaukee shot right there going in.
And just about every one of Middleton's shots is a smart one. Even from mid-range, he's not going to force anything.
Outside Irving. The rebound by the Bucks. And here we go. Giannis heading to the hoop with 4 seconds on the clock. Kicks it down to Middleton. No good on the last second attempt there. We're at the end of the third and still got a close one. Bucks lead by 2. 2K Sports back in a moment here in Brooklyn. Three tenths quarters behind us. One more to go. Thanks for being with us as we begin the fourth. Brooklyn's gone 3 of 6 tonight when they've let it fly from downtown. Durant plays the 4 with Allen at center. Then there's Karis LeVert. And it's Kyrie Irving. And it's Dinwiddie in at the 2-guard spot. So that's the lineup for Brooklyn. And it's Antetokounmpo with the ball. He'll bring it up for Milwaukee. Field goal number 9. He's 9 of 12 with that basket.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
Poked away. Stolen by Middleton. And there's the call on Kyrie Irving. That's his first foul. Milwaukee in the lead. Bledsoe kicks to Giannis. No problems knocking that one down. Antetokounmpo's got 4 this quarter.
You can see it. Once this guy gets his rhythm, he is so hard to slow down. What an excellent night for him and his team.
Oh, going high to throw that one down.
Sky high. Fantastic one-hand jam. Back to Antetokounmpo. No stopping him there. Jams it in as he's fouled. Chance now for a 3-point play. It's on Kevin Durant.
Just simply overpowers the defense. Giannis flexing the muscles he's added to that near 7-foot frame.
Here's Irving. Lopez grabs the board. Lopez has got his 6th rebound on the night. Antetokounmpo kicks to Bledsoe. And a great assist by Antetokounmpo as that one goes in. Antetokounmpo's got 3 assists now in this one. KD, that's for 2. No good from the wing.
Boy, a miss like that will drive any scorer crazy, especially with the defender giving a cushion.
Count it! And he'll have a chance for a 3-point play. It goes on Eric Bledsoe.
And they haven't had much success in the paint since halftime. I mean, the offense sort of stuck on the perimeter. They need to get a little bit more inside-out balance.
What you love about Kevin Durant is he's an MVP level candidate every year, and yet there's a hunger and a thirst to get better at basketball. This is so fun to watch.
Lopez with the steal. And Giannis pushing it up. No one back to stop him. And foul call. Looks like they had a clear path to the basket. He'll be shooting 2 free throws. And they'll retain possession.
And really, the ceiling for Antetokounmpo is limitless. I mean, he has the potential to be a Hall of Famer one day.
2nd minute off the clock now in the 4th. Oh, Middleton in position. Outside for Bledsoe. Another shot. They grab their own miss. Antetokounmpo. And at last, they get one to fall.
And with his length and explosiveness, it's never a surprise to see Giannis get points on the offensive glass. Great nose for the ball.
Lopez with the steal. Bledsoe passes to Giannis. That one drops for him. And now it's a 10-point Bucks lead.
And we talk about Antetokounmpo's all-around skills, and tonight it's been about the scoring. He's put this offense on his back.
Irving from long range gets it to go from beyond the arc. Irving's got 5 points now in the quarter. And Bledsoe, here we go. Lopez finds Giannis. A three from Matthews. Allen with the rebound. Nets have gotten 4 of their 6 shots to fall so far here in the fourth. A pretty nice efficiency there. KD passes to LeVert. The Nets working the ball around now. Irving for 3. Rebounded by the Bucks. They've led by as much as 10. Here's Giannis. And the dunk by Giannis.
Well, that leadership from Lopez, wanting to get his guys involved with his passing ability.
Here's Irving, and some very quick points for him on that possession.
And really scored most of their points, but he can't score them all, guys. He's going to have to get somebody else to step up.
Here's Bledsoe, connects on the 17-footer. And the Bucks lead by 9.
And once they smelled blood in the water, you could see the killer instinct take over.
And you want to save your best for last. Tonight, they've done that and then some. Well, as usual, this guy cooking on the offensive end. But right now, the other guys on his team have got to step forward.
Antetokounmpo kicks to Bledsoe. Not going to go that time. Here's Dinwiddie. That shot is off. Good D by Matthews. Got a piece of it. And stolen by Kyrie Irving. Off target with that shot. And so the Bucks take the win. This was a hard-fought, well-earned victory for him, Greg. They really had to work for this win.
That's a good point. I mean, weaker teams might have buckled at the end with the crowd amped up, everyone in the building kind of rooting against you, but they stood tall.
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that'll do it, folks. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge.
Same old for the most part. Ain't changed for the most part. Really can't complain for the most part. I be giving game for the most part. Lights, camera with the action, yeah. Before you rip the plastic, man. Watch you hustle backwards. Oh, all my losses made me savage, Lately I can't seem to miss. Never cooking in the same pot. I gotta see her in way before I got the call. Now they all wanna hold my falling back just to let it take shape. No squares in the circle, the words get hurtful. I heard that commercial, they gon' let it go. Hide from the side where we don't see. Yeah, with the cost to survive. Turns for the worst on the road to the promise. Could've just mumbled, but I'd rather pay homage. Yeah, still do it cause it get me paid. But she don't get saved. That mojo screaming, oh, behave. You been there, you took that break. I get sleep, but I stay up late. Same old for the most part. Ain't changed for the most part. Really can't complain for the most part. I be giving game for the most part. Lights, camera with the action, hey. Before you rip the plastic, man. Watch you hustle backwards, yeah. All my losses made me savage.
Traffic heading in and out of downtown Minneapolis, Minnesota. And with tip-off.
Kevin, thanks.
Sure does, DA. Thank you so much. Now let's check out our starters for the Los Angeles Lakers. LeBron and Davis, the incredible forward pair. Green out there with Bradley. And it's McGee in at the center, locking down the middle. And for the Timberwolves, they've got Beasley. He's out there with Russell. Culver out there with Karl Anthony Towns. And it's Hernan Gomez in at the power forward. Now, here is Russell. Not many teams have the personnel, Greg, to work the ball through the post, but that's what we're going to see plenty of tonight. These two teams can do it.
No doubt, Kevin. It can really add a dimension to your offense, and it creates different rotations defensively, especially when you've got someone down low that's going to demand a double team. And so I'm interested to see, in essence, some old school basketball in terms of how teams rotate out of that post.
I am too.
Yeah, if you had to pick the top priority for McGee, I think that's it. Contest shots, block shots, get in the air, use that length to deny shots at the rim.
Now here's Beasley after LeBron James's miss. And it's Russell in the corner. And he's good on the three ball. Russell's got 5.
Boy, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
And you know what? They're going to keep using him. I mean, he'll be the centerpiece of their offense today. You can bank on that.
McGee's shot is off. The Timberwolves have gone 2 of 5 here, making 40% so far to start out the game. And last season, Karl Anthony Towns shooting over 40% from three-point range with over 8 attempts a game. I mean, Greg, he is in the conversation, don't you think, for best three-point shooting center of all time?
It's amazing, Kevin. His volume of threes is unprecedented for the center position. And it's not just standstill. Catch and shoot triples. He's hitting step backs. He could have that title when it's all said and done.
Here's Towns after the basket by the Lakers. And Davis pulls it down. And there's the foul. It's on Towns. That's his first foul. The Lakers have gone just 1 of 4 to get this game started. Outside for Davis. No one near him.
You know, right now they're just 1 for 5. Rough start so far.
Russell against Green. Right side Russell to the wing right side. Here's Culver. And out of bounds as Los Angeles gains possession. Here's LeBron. If you're just tuning in, we played about 2.5 minutes here in the first. Russell with it. Now guarded by Bradley. Russell dishes to Culver. The Timberwolves again can't hit.
No excuses, none. I mean, with the defense non-existent, I mean, he has to connect from there.
Here's Davis. The jump shot from the baseline is right on target. Davis has got his second bucket tonight.
You know, unlike a lot of bigs, Davis doesn't have to operate inside. He's totally confident in his ability to do damage from the perimeter.
And it's Towns missing.
Tell you what, the defense was lucky there. I mean, leave him that open from range, he'll typically knock it down.
You gotta love his hustle, leaving the defense no time to react.
And you know, you're going to get those buckets, guys, when you're quick to get out on the break. Get that ball up the court as fast as you can.
Green against Beasley to the right side. Just 4 to shoot. And he gets contact and the whistle on the shot. 2 shots coming up.
Despite the wiry frame, taking it up strong inside, and D'Angelo will get free throws.
The Timberwolves shooting their initial free throws of the game right here. 30 seconds left in the first. And so James will bring it up for Los Angeles. They trail by 1. And it's slammed in by Davis.
Boy, there's not a better target in all of the NBA than Davis for the alley-oop.
Minnesota's gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game. Russell, well-placed jumper from the free throw line. Russell's got 9.
Well, that's one way he can finish, but far from the only way he gets it done. He's got a...
Oh, my goodness! What a play!
Nothing out of the ordinary there for LeBron. I mean, insane athleticism.
Pass to Beasley. At the end of 1, closely contested game so far. Los Angeles on top. And recently, D'Angelo Russell, Greg, told us about some offseason.
Man, I picked a lot of people's brains, you know, going into the summer.
Craig doing what he can do to reach that immense potential.
You know, the talent is there. There's never been a question about that, but you also have to be reliable and accountable, both to yourself and to your team. Sounds like that's becoming his focus.
And if you're just tuning in, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for the Lakers.
A lot of success from mid-range so far for them, guys. If nothing else works, they can always fall back on the jump shot.
Yeah, also something I like out of them so far, they're throwing their bodies around in the paint, and the physicality is taking its toll.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter of play. And so in the game for the Timberwolves, Malik Beasley out there with D'Angelo Russell. Then there's Towns. Then it's Culver. And it's Hernan Gomez in at the 4. Ball's knocked loose. And Davis, here we go, to the inside. James kicks to Davis. And D'Angelo Russell picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Los Angeles making a switch here. Caruso's checked in. Five to shoot. Fades. Rebound, Minnesota.
And gotta like what they've been doing down low in the post.
I certainly do. You know, I like to see guys do their work inside. Their rebounding has been excellent, and that's always important in a close game.
It's Davis with the drive. Got it for his 4th field goal of the game on just 5 shots.
That makes it 10 of their last 12 coming from inside the paint.
Beasley outside. And it's Beasley finishing it off.
Just focusing on the task at hand. That's all you can do.
Yeah, these teams trading punches right now. I mean, it's table tennis. Back and forth we go.
And for everything that Anthony Davis does on the floor, you can't forget about his defense. Still an elite level defender. Guards multiple positions and turns away a number of shots.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin. The Timberwolves were fined last season for resting D'Angelo Russell on the road in a nationally televised game. Minnesota said, we're a player-centric organization that's focused on learning and optimizing our players' bodies. Guys, they do seem willing to pay a fine here or there to protect their players' health. Back to you.
Well, as a player, how couldn't you like that? Always watching out for you. David, thank you for that one.
You know, the scoring efficiency has been low, and it's not helping them on the scoreboard.
Beasley with a clean look from outside off the mark. And Davis gets a lot of blocks without getting in foul trouble. About a 1-to-1 ratio for him in his career.
Incredible. And he's done a great job of learning how to go straight up, playing vertical. Gets blocks, but doesn't get pulled out of position. Does everything you want from a defensive anchor.
Minnesota's gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. There's the lob to Towns. Throws down the alley-oop slam.
And defensively, you've got to be on the lookout for this. I mean, Towns gets up in a hurry now.
The drive by James. It's tipped. Beasley outside. Outside, Russell. 34 seconds left in the first half of the game.
That's the 10th straight point they've given up in the paint.
And, you know, it doesn't matter how good your defense is on the perimeter if you're going to allow easy ones inside like that.
Outside, Towns. Back to Russell. Hernan Gomez passes to Towns. Rebounded by McGee. He lobs it up, and the dunk by LeBron.
When the lob is in the right spot for him, LeBron is never going to miss a chance to do something special throwing it down.
And a close game so far through the first 2 quarters as we... All right, thank you, David. And folks, don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
And we hope you enjoyed the what a start for D'Angelo Russell. He ended up with 17 points. And that should do it.
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. It's been a clinic out there with D'Angelo Russell.
You just love the patience in that first half. Waited until he got the look he wanted.
Well, you know what, guys? It was all about efficient offense, not rushing things, taking your time, finding the best shot on every possession.
Taking a look at Los Angeles. LeBron and Davis, the incredible forward pair. Then there's Bradley, and there's JaVale McGee. And it's Caruso in a two-guard.
You know, it's not only his size and strength and athleticism, but Davis's timing is so special. That's why he boards it so well.
Towns in the corner. Greg, as a point guard, you must have had so much fun being surrounded by so much terrific talent at UNLV.
You know, Larry Johnson, Stacey Ogden, I mean, I could go on. And you're right, I was blessed to play alongside these guys. They were incredible talents, finishers. And, you know, you don't always appreciate it going through that moment, but the fact that we're all still close and stay in contact, man, what an awesome experience to be a part of that team.
Chemistry must have been off the charts on that team.
It was, and we had a lot of personalities, man. It was a different era back then, but I tell you, again, I wouldn't trade that experience for anything.
You know, even though LeBron doesn't go 100% every minute of every game in the season, GA, he still knows when to turn it on.
And for someone at his age, that is something you have to know how to do. You can see when LeBron kicks it into that next gear. Can't keep it on all the time, but he's still able to take over when he needs to.
It's Russell with the drive, and the slam dunk by Russell.
Guys absolutely feeling it. When Russell heats up, showtime.
Bradley against Hernan Gomez. Bradley passes to LeBron. Here's Davis. Good, and the assist goes to LeBron. Davis has got the lead up to 1 now for the Lakers.
Well, he's cooking with grease. He's got things flaming up, looking for an opportunity every time down the floor when he's that hot.
Just a little over 90 seconds gone in the third quarter. Russell kicks to Hernan Gomez. Russell high post. Working on James. Shot clock at 5. Outside, Towns. The offensive rebound. Great positioning on the putback. And the Timberwolves lead by 1. A great competitive game so far.
And from the look of it, this one could go right down to the wire.
Poke loose. And here's the fast break. Russell leading the way. James with it. Culver covering. Fast break. The Lakers. James with the ball. And the rejection by Towns. Easily outside. Offline with his 3.
Yeah, you know, he hasn't contributed well scoring the ball, but obviously his teammates have.
Here's Caruso. And again, no good by the Lakers.
Very surprising that he came away empty there, especially given room to operate.
Passes to Towns. Lays it up off the glass. Towns has got his second basket.
Beast mode in the painted area. Karl Anthony Towns. Hard to match up with him. His size and skill set, top level.
Pass to McGee. James outside. There's 47 seconds left in the third quarter. He gets it in there. James has got 10 points in the game.
Analytics says that you should ignore the mid-range jumper. No, not with LeBron. With him shooting, I'll bank on any shot he takes.
Dwight Howard's checked in for the Lakers. Russell feeling it out a bit. Outside, Towns. A putback, and it's Russell with that extra effort. 17 points in the game.
You know, guys, whenever Russell attacks second chance opportunities like that, it's a big bonus.
We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. And it's Davis missing. Timberwolves leading by 3. Inside, Hernan Gomez kicks to Culver. The three-pointer no good. Now the Lakers on the break, and Jarrett Culver gets the whistle that time. That'll be his second foul of the game. Caruso, the pass to Davis. And he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed. 14 points for Davis.
Boy, AD showing you how strong and willing to work he is, because that was a difficult bucket there.
And that one's good. Russell.
And he's had an excellent performance overall from the field.
Caruso, and the last shot with the buzzer is off. It's still anybody's game as we've reached the end of 3. And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
For me, next to the big-time alley-oops and monster throwdowns, passes like that are probably the next best thing when it comes to sweet-looking NBA highlights.
And I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the fourth quarter. They've got Towns, D'Angelo Russell out there with Malik Beasley. Then it's Culver, and it's Hernan Gomez in at the 4. So that's the lineup for Minnesota. Out of bounds, Timberwolves ball as Minnesota keeps possession. Here's Russell. A pass to Beasley. Takes a 3. Good, and it's Russell picking up the assist. Russell's got 3 assists in the game. Lakers trail by 6. LeBron outside. High post Howard. Pass to Caruso. Trying to get open is Davis. And that one's good. Caruso.
And, you know, I think this is exactly what you want Howard to do. I mean, when somebody's open, show that you're willing to give the ball up.
Down low. It's tipped. It's stolen by Davis. LeBron kicks to Caruso. Back to LeBron. Lays it up and banks it in.
And you know what? He's shaking off the cold shooting performance from the first half.
Minnesota shooting 47%. Pretty solid. Culver with it. Working on James. Kicks it out to Beasley. Back to Towns. Just 5 on the clock. With the shot. It's hauled in by LeBron. And so James will bring it up for the Lakers. It's a 1-point game. And we're about 2 minutes into the fourth quarter now. And he finishes nicely on the layup. James has got 10 points in just the second half.
And this is the effort you want to see out of your guys, win or lose.
Yeah, you know what? I agree. I mean, they're showing a bunch of fortitude here, keeping this game tight.
Lakers have gone a perfect 4 of 4 to start the final quarter. Can't ask for anything more than that. Here's James. Hernan Gomez grabs the miss. Hernan Gomez has got 7 rebounds in the game. Here's Culver, and it's sent back by Howard.
And, you know, this is a definite strength of Howard's game. I think he's a rim protector of an elite level.
And you don't ever want to get into the habit of letting the offense get to the rim.
Yeah, I couldn't agree with you more. I mean, that's the message they were sending with that foul. Nothing easy inside.
And you can see that even though he ties the game up, disappointed he couldn't give him the lead.
And out of bounds as Los Angeles gains possession.
And what a time to get sloppy. A close game like this, you cannot be getting loose with the ball.
Here's Bradley. Count the bucket, and he's got a free throw coming up as well. Boy, right down to the wire here. Still anyone's ball game.
Yeah, and after all the energy both sides have expended, both teams still hungry for the win. A great job to get the bucket and to get to the line. When the game's on the line, you want your guys attacking like he did there.
Big score at this point in the game, folks. D'Angelo can't do it any better than that.
Good on the shot.
There is no doubt about who they were going to on that one. Of course not. LeBron coming through.
Outside Russell. Towns in the corner. Beasley for 3. It's good. And oh, that was an enormous 3-pointer.
And you can't get a bigger bucket than that.
Well, that was want to. He wanted the ball. Nobody else was taking that shot.
And Jared Culver gets the whistle that time. That's his third foul so far. Bonus situation in effect, so we'll head to the free throw line for 2.
But there are only a handful of players who's been on the line more often than LeBron, and no surprise, every one of them a Hall of Famer. That's where he's headed to.
And really, the tension could not be higher right now. And he looked like he was shooting free throws at practice. What a cool customer.
Towns wide open. Found it!
Absolutely amazing. This young man is so money, and his teammates absolutely love him. Karl Anthony Towns, a.k.a. Big Cat.
Here's LeBron, and they call the foul. So he's got the and one chance here to make it a three-point play.
Boy, is it tough to stop LeBron right now.
On the free throw, no good. And here is Hernan Gomez. Beasley outside. Got it!
Beasley just outworked the defense there. I mean, was able to get into his shot and get it done inside.
Tipped away. And the ball goes out of bounds. Nice touch by Beasley.
And always a bit of risk on those long passes. Lucky the D couldn't come up with it there.
So it's Minnesota taking the W in a close one. That was a fun night of basketball.